How you doing, Questers? It's Friday evening. It's about 15 after 6. I've been here since, about 5 or so. And I've been working on the floor in the main salon and in the passageway leading back to the after cabin. And so I've been pulling up the floor. It's actually coming up pretty easy. Not too many problems. I was happy to find that for the most part, the things that are built in place, like the cabinets, the settees, they're not built on top of it. It just goes right up to it and stops. I think maybe in the passageway and right here under the ladder, this part may be built on top of it, and I may have to just cut it away flush. But I mean, it's a lot less than having to cut the whole thing away flush with the various different pieces of cabinetry, etc. So that's been pretty good. So anyway, let me show you how much we've accomplished, or I've accomplished. All right, so here's the main salon, and as you see, there's the mast, and there's the floor. Now, you can see right there where I've cut it away from that small portion that's leading into the forward cabin. That piece of teak and holly is still in really good shape, so we're just going to sand that down and refinish that. So the new floor will start right there. And as you can see over here, there's this little piece here, and I know that it goes up against it and doesn't go under it because that little corner didn't slide under. So I think I might have missed a screw in there somewhere, so I'm going to see if I can't find that and get it out so I can take that little piece off. But yeah, if you look at the settee, you can see that it just goes right up to the edge of the settee there. It's flush with the settee. And so here's look how, you can see how stained and how bad, I mean that plywood, water, mold, whatever, oil, I mean it is in really bad shape. It's no wonder that it stinks down here. I mean, this is the reason right here. And this is what happens when you have a boat that sits unattended for a long period of time because of non-use, and no maintenance is done. And this is what happens. You get leaks. Like we had some leaks from the port lights. We had a couple of leaks from some deck fixtures, and the leaks, they just come down. They get on the floor. They go up underneath the teak and holly, and they soak into that plywood. And after, I mean, it is marine grade, but after years and years, this is what you get. So here we have. I'm working in the little galley area. So I think this piece over here probably just rests up against the furniture, with the sink cabinet and the stove enclosure. But I think this piece over here by the fire extinguisher and the steps, which are here, I think it goes up underneath here. So I'm going to have to cut it flush along this to get it out. And then this is the passageway going back to the after cabin. And you can just see how bad that is. That is just, I mean, look at that. It's no wonder it smells down here. So once we get the subfloor, and once we get the main floor up, the teak and the holly up, then we'll take up the subfloor and clean everything out from underneath and fix any issues that we find. And then we'll put the subfloor back in, brand spanking new 3/4 inch, or excuse me, 1/2 inch marine grade plywood. We're going to put some penetrating epoxy on it so that this doesn't happen again. And then put it in place, and then we'll 1/2 inch marine grade plywood with a teak and holly veneer on top of it, and we'll have a new floor. And so, yes. So that's what I've been up to tonight. It's getting dark, and it's kind of hard to see. Plus it's getting late, and I don't want to be running the saw. There are people who live on their boats around here, and I don't want to disturb them. And so, since it's getting on to 6:30, I'll do a little cleanup here and probably call it a day. I don't want to be running the circular saw, making a whole lot of noise. I have a boat right next to me now I didn't used to have, and they live aboard, and I dropped a piece of wood. I took it out of here and I put it out on the pier so that I can get ready to take it down to the dumpster. And I dropped it onto the pier from the boat, and it made a real loud slap, and almost like a gunshot going off. I could hear it echo. And she came up out of her hatch, thinking, "Oh, what's going on?" She thought maybe her boom had come loose or something. It was slapping around or whatever. So obviously I disturbed her, and I don't want to be a bad neighbor. So yeah, so I'm gonna clean up a bit, and I'm gonna get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow to get some more of this floor up, and maybe we can get the whole floor done tomorrow. Maybe we can start getting the subfloor up and see what we got under there. That ought to be I'm hoping I don't find anything, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to. But whatever. Got to do what we got to do. Got to get this boat ready to go, because I mean, we've been sitting in this marina way too long. We need to get underway and go do some cool stuff. And with the floor up, we can't do anything. So we need to be lickety split on this. So anyway, thanks for joining, and keep watching, keep coming back. More and more to come, and we'll share it all with you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So thanks again, and we'll see you later.